Okay, in this video, again, we're going to do really a high-level overview, but I'm going to go into a little more detail. So in each video, I'll go into a little more detail into the characteristics, and we'll talk about how. I'll give you some actual exercises as to how to articulate, how to speak more clearly, and so forth. But in this video, let's just look at these four characteristics, okay? Four characteristics that we talked about. One is articulation, right? Articulation. The second one was speed. The third was flow. And the fourth was structure, right? Structure. Okay. So let's talk about those now. Articulation. When we talk about articulating, we're talking about using your mouth, using your tongue, using your jaws, okay, using your teeth to make sure that the sounds that are coming out of your mouth as you form the words, that the words are coming out as clear, as audible as possible. Audible in terms of where you can hear them, but also clear where you can understand them. So that often means opening your mouth more. Have you ever talked to people that they just kind of mumble, their mouth is kind of closed? Now, if you're a ventriloquist, then you can probably do that. Otherwise, if you're not a ventriloquist, then you probably want to open your mouth a little more and start to utilize your mouth more fully when you're speaking, when you're articulating. What about speed? Well, when people speak too fast, it's often difficult to understand what they're saying. So we have to modulate or regulate our speed. We're not saying speak too slow. We're not saying speak too fast. You want to have dynamic speech, which is a combination of kind of fast and slow. Has a nice rhythm to it. So speed is an important factor in clarity. I've worked with so many people who, when they speak really fast, people ask them to repeat themselves, right? They can't understand because it's too fast. If you speak multiple languages, and if you have an accent, or the person that you're speaking to, they speak primarily a different language, then that's another filter that can make it difficult for them to understand. So if you're speaking fast, that can filter out your speech and make it more unclear. Flow. So if you're speaking in a choppy manner, that can also make what you're saying unclear. So if the person's starting and stopping and they're skipping around, it makes their speech unclear. And then finally, how you have your speech structured, how you have your ideas structured when you communicate them. We're not just talking about presentations, but if you're sharing an idea, how is it structured? Is it structured in such a way that it's easy to follow? And if it's easier to follow, it's easy to understand, okay? So what we're going to do in this next video is I'm going to actually give you some techniques to help you articulate better, and then I'm going to give you some additional techniques in other videos to help make your speech clearer, right? Some very specific techniques that I've used with hundreds of people to help make their speech clearer. So just as a recap, there are four major characteristics of clear speech. One is articulation. The second one is speed. The third one is flow, right? And the fourth one is structure. So let's jump into some very specific exercises in the next video.